Hi. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna have something to post later today because I'm like kind of yesterday and the day before that I started coming out of my like little months long, maybe possibly years long depression bout. So who knows how long my good mood will last. But here we are. We're pretty semi-functional at the moment. So I was just feeling really unmotivated and insecure about the stuff that I have been working on. I still am, actually. I'm not sure if I'm going to post all of it or whatever, finish editing it. One of them is like my morning routine, and the joke is that the morning routine is like battling with the mean voices in my head and then going back to sleep. And then one of them is 15 things men don't understand about women, but that's going to take a little longer to edit because it's a longer video. And one is leftist smash or pass, which I could finish to post today, but I don't think it would be worth it because I'm trying to like plan it out so that because leftist smash or pass is like enough of a clickbaity slash like thing that I'm pretty sure people on the internet will get mad about. Thing that I want to, like, if I'm gonna, you know, have the audacity to post such a thing, I would like to at least have some other videos on there, like the 15 things men need to know about women. I don't remember what the title is now, even though I just said it. I'd like to have that posted first so that then if people do the thing where they're like, oh, let's find more reasons to hate this person, then they'll at least have to like engage with some other stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to plan it out so that I get, so I don't post the more inflammatory things before I have some other things that are hopefully a good message or whatever. But I mean, maybe neither will get as much hate as I'm forecasting, but you've met the internet. Like, there are a lot of people who will get mad if you tag the video with certain things. Anyway, and that's kind of the only way that you can do the internet. So I think I just have to accept that, I was talking to my therapist about how if you're not getting death threats, you're doing something wrong. Or you're just like playing it too safe, like not doing anything that's actually like relevant and important and trying to change the world or whatever. So, I got on YouTube because, well, I got on it as a coping mechanism for my loneliness, but I keep doing it because I want to make an impact. I want to positively, create positive change or whatever, be a voice for good and also a voice of mediation in like these, pretty crazy topics that we have going on now. And just humor. So I don't know. But I think I'm just gonna do whatever I want because isn't that the point? Like I want to make a career out of it because I want to do something that feels organic and authentic and like isn't me trying to fit myself into a box that isn't Cassie shaped. Anyway, so yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna have anything to post. Let's see, what else am I trying to edit into something? I had to give up on part 2 of my Tipsy Transcendentalism video, but that's okay because the first one didn't do that well anyway. I filmed some random shit on my desk. I don't know if that's going to be worth posting. A lot of it is like, I keep it around in case I can think of a way to make it more interesting with editing. Yeah, I don't really have that much. And I have footage from the Pride Festival that I'm going to post at some point, but I've just been too lazy because there's too much of it and I have to go through that. And that's basically it at the moment that I'm working on. So that is why I'm filming this. What an interesting thing to explore. If I just like look over like slightly to the distance, does it make me look sexy? Oh, look at this. Look at this side of my face. Isn't that nice? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Anyway, what else has been going on? I've been going crazy on Twitter, so feel free to, partake in laughing at me, I guess. I don't know. I posted a blog post about trauma, I guess. Again, I don't know. The internet is my diary now, and that's not concerning for anyone. I don't know. And I'm working on like slideshows and stuff for the rest of the things that I've been doing. I also have two like things. I don't know what it is yet. It's I guess it's like a video essay, like a la Sean or Big Joel, kind of with like pictures edited in. One of them isn't going to really have pictures, so I don't really know if it's a podcast or a video essay, but it's not well written or anything. It's just me rambling, and I've recorded two of those, one of which is not going to have any pictures, one of which is going to be a little more like interesting, edited together, I think. And that one is why does every millennial have a podcast? And it's kind of a defense of like the narcissism of social media and whatever, being like really embracing social media in the way that like people like me do. So I don't obviously have a horse in that race at all. It's definitely not me just justifying the existence of my own. I thought it would be a fun way to kick off a new project, podcast, whatever, because it's like defending the existence of said thing. Anyway, but I just like talking to myself. I think that's the main thing that this is becoming. But anyway, so, yeah. So I'm just kind of trying to play it a little bit safe for now, because I know that some of the things are going to get me a lot of hate. Because millennials are a hot topic. I talk a little bit about like incels in the 15 things video, and then leftist smasher pass is obviously like, some right-wing YouTuber will probably find an excuse to send their minions after me. But that's just how it goes. Honestly, that's like a better outcome for me than anything, because it's, outrage on the internet, outrage marketing, get myself out there. But boy, yeah, making that choice is, I don't know. I keep having second thoughts, because, like, my family doesn't want me to get death threats, and I'm like, that's gonna happen if I just, if I keep going. But, like, what else am I gonna do for a living, And I think my therapist has convinced me to apply for, like, PhD programs. This is getting so rambling, and it's all just about me. I guess that's what the point of this video is. It's about me. Like, why am I apologizing for that? So I'm just trying to figure out how to order the things that I want to do. And I'm also trying to figure out how the rest of the YouTubers do what they do so well and so quickly. Because I'm real slow at everything, and I'm also very stupid. Like, I don't know a lot about a lot, and so, anyway. So just kind of dealing with stuff that probably is never going to go away, insecurities and whatever. But it's really just because I push myself beyond my capabilities, and so I think ultimately that's a good thing, because how else are you going to get better and like grow and whatever. So, I mean, I could just stick with like silly videos with stuffed animals, but like I said, I want to make an impact. I want to, like, you know, have a voice and be a force for good in whatever way I can find to do that. And yeah, so I'm leaving this in front of my face because I feel like it looks better, even though it probably doesn't. Is that it? I think that's it. I don't know. But if you have ideas for like other, you know, I think for the video essay things, I'm just gonna like kind of do a theme. I'm trying to find like something I can do that takes a little bit less planning so that I can get less in my head about like, because I just keep putting off things. That's why it's taken me like, what, over a year now to get around to Carl Jung. Like, because if it's something that I feel I need to research and like get my head screwed on straight about and like plan out, I'll just keep putting it off until basically ad infinitum, you know, because, you know, I'll just keep telling myself I'm not prepared. And, yeah. I mean, because I'm never going to be prepared is the thing. So it's always true when I say that. But, you know, anyway. So I'm just trying to get to a point where I'm like able to make some things that take a little bit less preparation so that I don't have that excuse. So the video essay thing is probably going to be more like just off the cuff, like saying whatever I think about a certain topic for like a half hour, 45 minutes or whatever, and then hopefully editing it into something interesting. And if people watch it, that's great. But if they don't, then like that's kind of fine too, because at the very least I'm like sharpening my own thoughts on a thing and then getting at least maybe a little bit of feedback, you know, a couple people who actually listen all the way through and respond. Like, I think that's a valuable process. The dialectic. Anyway, boy, fun. My first official fairy party is tomorrow, and I'm very nervous and excited, but nervous. And it's at a yoga studio, so I'm a little nervous about that because I don't know if I'm going to be like performing more for adults than I would be at a normal party, and that is scary because adults are scary. I've been trying real hard lately to just be a kid again, which is why I have a room full of stuffed animals and Barbies that I told myself I'd talk about that in the morning routine, just beating myself up, saying like, why you gotta just waste your money on this shit? Like, what if you don't actually use it for videos? Are you really you're just trying to be a kid again? That's basically what you're doing. I always was. Like, I also have blankets and pillows, and I mean, I always had some stuffed animals, but I have plans for them. I'm gonna make like it's gonna be a whole thing. Maybe, if I actually end up, you know, getting the time and, motivation and everything. But I have plenty of ideas. It's just like translating those into reality that's the problem. And also, again, like I don't see the point in doing YouTube if I'm not touching on controversial topics, but it's very scary to do that. And so, boy, like I gotta be real smart about the way I approach certain topics, you know, and trying to be clever about that is a little exhausting. But like I said, I'm trying to mediate some of the more complex issues of our time. Which is, of course, biting off more than any one person can actually chew. But, like, again, why bother if you're not doing something that you think is important? You know? So, I think that's it. I've been cleaning my life up. So that's exciting. I was thinking of maybe making a video that's like, okay, so one, I want to make part 2 of an old video that I made called, a lazy person's guide to being better looking. Because with like a lot of these videos, this is going to be a long rambly one, huh? With a lot of my videos, and I think I'm going to start trying to get back into doing more of this kind of thing. It's like motivational stuff that's mostly for me, but then you can kind of see, like, as I take my own advice, it actually working. Because I am better looking now than I was when I made that video. And I think part of why is that I made that list and put it on the internet, and then I was like forced to like confront my own hypocrisy if I didn't do those things. You know what I mean? Like, it's my best self talking to my worst self, and then blah blah blah. Anyway, and so I have like a list of things. I haven't actually written it down, but I have a list of things I've been working on in my head to do for a part 2 for that. So let me know if you're interested in that. I'm sure rambling, but I guess that's all I ever do. And I look strange, and I feel insecure about it. So, goodbye. I'm disgusting. I'm not gonna post this. I'm too vain. And it was really long and boring.